All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on hard landing for the second time today. Berserk has the record time of 1 minute and 38.9 seconds. Tough time to beat on this course. Let's see who has what it takes. Starting off, no grape juice today, Par. I might be doing some gin later, but we'll see. Par on the far hand side, Chuck and Armith on the left hand side, Chesapeake on the center, Kenmill and Badger very close on the right hand side. Both players looking to have a very good line here. Kenmill with an extremely elliptical orbit coming near the center of the vortex orbit here, and now we have Par trying to circle around, also trying to get through, but we're going to have some collisions here towards the end, I am sure. Badgerman with a little bit better of an elliptical orbit, Chesapeake rounding it out. Shockshift trying to weave in through Harmouth, and Harmouth trying to get a good bounce off of Shockshift there, but the players are very close to each other. It looks like Shockshift is going to have the most elliptical orbit and the best chance of getting through the center, but it looks like Chesapeake takes a favorable bounce out of Shockshift, and now Harmouth trying to get in the action. Now it's all three players jumping up right towards the center. Is it going to be Chesapeake, Shockshift, or Harmouth into the point of return? Looks like Shockshift ever so slightly ahead, and now Badgerman also finally through. It looks like Shockshift is the first one through. Badgerman in second on the left hand side. Harmouth going to the right. Chesapeake going to the left. Chesapeake and Harmouth neck and neck for third place. Par on the left hand side for fourth, and Harmouth is taking that express lane through the Cheese Grater, jumping over it beautifully with the record time far behind him, and Harmouth looking to set a record time with a huge jump. Look at that momentum and speed on Harmouth as he comes into the driving track here, skipping on the right hand side, avoiding all the pistons beautifully, trying to get that booster, and he hits two sets of boosters, but he's got to be careful or he's not going to be able to stick the landing here. Going over the Cheese Grater with blistering speed, barely staying inside of the gusters there. Oh, and Harmouth gets blasted out. Where did he go? Harmouth, oh no, he had such a beautiful run, but a little too confident at the end there. He's been completely annihilated by the Cheese Obliterator, and he's going to be stuck in and death. Now we have Badger trying to hold on to first place, but Kenmill getting a much better boost through the line there, trying to get across the Cheese Grater. Oh, but he's got a very unfavorable bounce at the Cheese Grater, and it looks like Kenmill is out too. This is the most brutal course, ladies and gentlemen. Badgerman finally ahead in the front line, taking the slow lane. Chesapeake, Par, and Shockshift also terrified by the death that has occurred on this map, also taking it slow. Right down the center of that line there. Looks like Badgerman's going first one across the Cheese Grater in first place. Chesapeake second, Par in third, Shockshift in fourth, and Badgerman coming down the gutter. They have to survive this Cheese Obliterator if they want to take first place here. It's going to be anyone's match, folks. Badgerman trying to go right down the center of the bit of flame, getting stopped up at the last set of pistons, and now they got a couple more pistons to get through. Oh, very close to getting eliminated there. Chesapeake also trying to get through. This is Chesapeake obstacle. He kind of misses the exit there, but he's got a bit more momentum, but looks like Badgerman is going to be able to hold on to his lead, and Badgerman with only the second race is taking first place from the first time on the stream. Very well done to Badgerman. Chesapeake finally out of the Cheese Obliterator, going around the left hand side. They're going to be holding on to second place. Par coming in through the Cheese Obliterator on the right hand side. They're going to be taking third place, and Shockshift safely across the Cheese Obliterator. Looks like all of our players just got a little bit too scared by the elimination of the two leaders in the beginning of the match, all taking it slow and steady across the rest of the map. Happy to be alive, finishing in fourth place. Shockshift, there he goes. That's the race, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, that was a yikes. Looks like Kenmill is through the double helix already, going through those pins, but Badgerman only a helix behind, trying to catch up. Kenmill stopped up completely by the second set of pins, and now Badgerman and Shockshift looking to catch up if they can keep their momentum in line, and Harmouth also not able to get out of that vortex orbiter without getting thrown out by the end there, and Harmouth is eliminated. Badgerman and Shockshift getting stopped up a little bit by the pins, but they've closed the gap a lot on Kenmill, and Kenmill no longer with a large lead, trying to get around through this jump here, and they got to be careful not to have too much speed as they come across the moguls and into the funnel. Badgerman very close behind in second, Shockshift in third, Chesapeake bringing up the rear in fourth, but anything can happen here, folks. Badgerman with a beautiful line across those moguls, closing the gap even further on Kenmill, and now it's going to be all up to navigating the colander, and there's Badgerman getting the beautiful pin bounce off of the colander there, and Badgerman is the first one through, and Shockshift and Kenmill now stuck back in second and third place, and Badgerman is starting to run away with it yet again. You gotta watch out for this guy. He's dangerous, I tell you. Missing the pins there, so the other players might have a chance, and Kenmill just dropping out with no momentum in a straight shot with a very unprecedented play. I've never seen anything like that in all my time of casting here. Kenmill with a great amount of no momentum coming down the bottom there, taking a straight shot into the center of the vortex orbiter, and Kenmill reclaiming first place with a very unprecedented, unexpected play. We've never seen that move before. Very well done by Kenmill. He was definitely saving something up for this race here. Kenmill finally into the collection bin, and they're going to be taking first place with a huge lead. Not enough to take the record time, but still an amazing performance. Very unexpected by Kenmill. Very well done. A very well earned first place finish. But we're going to see what happens as they come across the jump here. It's really anyone's match, folks, so don't get comfortable. This is going to be a very interesting match as we go through here. Colin Gray, the first one across, then Moses in second, and Colin Gray has a lot of momentum. Are they going to be able to hold at the end? And yes, they do. Chesapeake right through the center of the dishwasher, and Chesapeake retaking first place from Colin Gray with a beautiful line. Moses and Jose Gray did not make the jump, and it looks like Colin Gray is able to pass Chesapeake on the Cheese Grater here as they come around. But this is an amazing performance both by Colin Gray and Chesapeake. Looks like we have Sakuragi and Ecto finally through on that rotating shuttlecock, trying to get out of the dishwasher as quickly as possible. Calgary Chesapeake running away with it in first and second place. Chesapeake trying to get around these Pistons without getting stopped up too much. Looks like they have a very good line. Calgary also trying to get around, also with a very good line, but Chesapeake hot on the heels of Calgary. Who's going to be able to come out first? Now they're both into the calendar here, past the Pistons now. Chesapeake and Calgary both avoiding the Pistons beautifully as they have wonderful lines as they come through here, well ahead of the record time. And Chesapeake already getting a favorable pin bounce, trying to get found the exit. Look at Chesapeake has already found the exit and is overtaking Calgary. Chesapeake back in first place, Calgary in second. Then we have Sakuragi in third, Ekno in fourth, and Chesapeake trying to get across the cheese blade, but Calgary with a lot more momentum trying to get through, but getting stopped by the Pistons there. Chesapeake getting the momentum back ahead of Calgary. It looks like they're going to come across first, and Chesapeake retaking first place yet again, and Chesapeake with a beautiful performance through the entire map and a new record time, finishing first place. Calgary also with the record time, but finishing second place. And now we go back to Sakuragi and Ekno trying to get caught up as there's only a 33-minute and 33 seconds left on the clock to get. We're going to get through on the Jumpman platformers here. Who's going to have the better line? Who's going to have the most momentum? Looks like Harmouth has a good line, but not enough momentum. And Snickerswolf looking to overtake as long as Chesapeake comes in on the right-hand side. Snickerswolf and Joseph all looking to get in first place on the left-hand side, and they're already through, and our players are going to be hitting the booster right around the same time. Snickerswolf ever so slightly in first, Chuckshot in second, Fushibane in third, Momsen and Chesapeake battling for fourth place, and now they're coming down in this cutter here. Very long line to get into the cheese grater as they go into the cheese grater with the Pistons on the back end. Looks like we have all of our players coming down the line here, and now we're going to see how they should handle the cheese grater here. Snickerswolf going around the left-hand side. They're going to have trouble getting through the exit there, and Fushibane and Momsen with a straight line through the center, and then the Pistons. No! Snickerswolf and Fushibane both trying to get around the Pistons as quickly as possible. Shockshift just barely getting ahead of Snickerswolf as they go into the boosters there, going around there, and Schwab-Baba with a tremendous amount of speed and acceleration coming through with no piston obstruction whatsoever. Is going to be the first one into the second cheese grater here as they come across the line, keeping the center line there. Shockshift trying to get around as well. Snickerswolf once again going to the left-hand side. Fushibane going around the right-hand side. Schwab-Baba getting stopped up a little by the Pistons, but it looks like they are determined to take first place here. Shockshift also trying to get stopped by the Pistons, and Snickerswolf and Fushibane have both chance to catch up from behind, but they're also getting stopped by the Pistons there. Now it's going to be the first one through. It looks like it. Oh my goodness, there's Shockshift. I completely missed it. I'm sorry. We apologize for that. Shockshift hitting the cheese grater. Number 3 in first place, but stopping completely and losing all their momentum. And now the players, Snickerswolf, Schwab-Baba, Hans River, and Fushibane looking to catch up behind. Hans River with a demon speed coming across that cheese grater. They're trying to get through. Shockshift getting stopped by a lot of Pistons there. Snickerswolf trying to weave around, but not able to quite hold on to it. Shockshift still in first place as they come around into this fourth cheese grater here. Are they going to be able to get through? No, they get stopped up once again. And Fushibane and Snickerswolf both looking to capitalize on the situation. Fushibane almost bubbling out of the map with so much speed as they go across the cheese grater there, trying to get out of the Pistons as quickly as possible. They're going to have a beautiful line in Fushibane rightfully taking the first place lead there as Shockshift got a little too comfortable in first place. And Fushibane, unfortunately, with a bad bounce on that last cheese grater. And oh no, Fushibane coming from behind only to have it all for naught as they hit a very bad bounce on that last cheese grater. And it looks like they are out. Hans River with an also bad bounce, but able to hold on to it. Shockshift trying to reclaim first place as they go into the Pistons now, trying to get around. But Hans River getting the better momentum line around the Pistons there. And there goes Snickerswolf from behind. A completely unexpected turn of events right at the end there. And Snickerswolf retakes first place out of nowhere and finishing first. Hans River in second. Shockshift in third. And Harmouth just completely disoriented, falling off the course. Calgary finally across the line in fourth. Mama's in fifth place. And Chesapeake bringing up the rear. Of course, coming around in the bend in sixth place. And there it is, Chesapeake with a lot more momentum, but Colin gives them an unfavorable bounce into the so-so, and all three players of the so-so, Colin Garrett able to hold on to first place with a defensive play out. Chesapeake pushing them into the so-so, and they're going to have the first place as they come around the bend, going into the first set of double X's. Chesapeake very close on them. Snickerswolf not too far behind in third place. Both of the players going violently around those quarters as they go around the double helix here, looking to get across the transition pan into the second double helix. Colin Garrett looking to get a favorable bounce. Chesapeake punching him as he goes. And oh my goodness, Snickerswolf, an unprecedented performance. Did you see that move by Snickerswolf going around the backhand side, completely skipping the second helix, already into the so-so and into the slippers, way ahead of the other players. I cannot believe my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. That happened right in front of the cameraman. That was amazing. Chesapeake has overtaken Colin Garrett as they go down the rest of these double helixes now, trying to get through. Colin Garrett landing on top of Chesapeake with all the spite and vigor and anger that they can muster. But Snickerswolf already 2 slippers ahead of the other contestants as the other contestants are scrambling to catch up from behind. All right, Ekno the Needle has the record on this course of 1 minute and 38 seconds, which is a very tough time to beat considering the average time is 2 to 2.5 minutes for completion. Let's see how our players handle the course. There looks like Hans River and Snickerswolf on the right-hand side with a very good lead through these things. We can stop up a little bit by those pins right there. Colin Garrett with a beautiful line, and Kemmel also with a beautiful line. No momentum on the landing, but also ahead of the other players. Chesapeake once again bait up through. Kemmel's going to be coming out first as he goes down the right-hand side here, and Colin Garrett on the left. Hans River on the right-hand side on third place. Snickerswolf on the left-hand side in fourth place. Chesapeake down the line and right-hand line in fifth place. All the players coming through the Twisted Toothpicks now, looking to come up into the merger and boosting through the Newton's Nightmare. Let's see how the players navigate this obstacle. Ken Riddle with a very high line on these components there. Colin K. Wright blasting through to the third line of Pendulums. Consumber not too far behind. Snickers, Ken Mill, and Shensi V all trying to catch up on the left-hand side. Shensi V with a beautiful liner on the left-hand side. Might be able to come from behind and looking to take second place. And he does across from right in front of Hans River on the right-hand side in second place. Colin K. Wright still only first for now, but we'll see what happens as we go to the next set of obstacles here. Colin K. Wright on the right-hand side trying to get through in first place. Shensi V very close behind in second place with Hans River right on hot on his heels as they go into the corner here. Oh, and Shensi V gets a very unfavorable bounce, and Hans River bumps him out of the way. Shensi V losing all momentum and placement on that bump. It looks like Shensi V all the way back in the bend, and we have all of our players. Colin K. Wright coming out of that funnel with a little bit too much speed. They've gone over the top of the dishwasher, and they are completely out. Shensi V, Snickers, all getting stopped up by that dishwasher there, and Hans River trying to get through on the other side, but all four players stuck around this dishwasher now. Who's going to have the line to come out? Who's going to be able to get through, and who's going to have the first place? It looks like Snickers gets a very favorable bounce for the dishwasher. They're going to be coming out first. Hans River in second, Shensi V in third. Campbell still stuck in the dishwasher as far as we can see, but Snickers off and Hans River trying to get through that woodpecker very well, and they do so. There they go across the balance beam. How are they going to stick the landing? Looks like Snickers off a little bit trouble getting into that funnel, and Hans River a little bit too much speed, bounces off the right-hand side as well. Both Snickers and Hans River have been eliminated. Shensi V stopping themselves up on those pins, trying to regain their line of momentum and keep themselves under control as they go through these sides, and it looks like it's going to play to their advantage. Kenmil trying to catch up from behind, missing all of those pins, keeping their momentum beautifully, and it looks like they might have what it takes to overtake Shensi V if they can just keep the line of momentum coming through these pins here. They're bouncing a little bit, losing a little bit of momentum there, but Shensi V is almost at a dead stop, and Kenmil blistering pace through the pins with a beautiful line, trying to catch up from Shensi V from behind, and Shensi V is re-getting themselves as they're going around the bend. Who's going to have the better line? Who's going to come around as finishers? Shensi V just getting right ahead of Kenmil. Shensi V across the line, finishing first. Kenmil finishing second, only a tenth of a second behind. Oh my God. Ooh, my hair is like extra wavy today. Look at that. Look at that shine. My God. Sorry. It's like I just like looked at myself in the camera. I was like, wow, look at those lines. It's like perfect. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Fuck. I'm in the wrong business. Tell you what.